Well, in this country, we are looking at the back-to-school season underway right now, believe it or not. I'm still holding on to that last week of summer personally, but we want to take a look at the financial snapshot of your kids going back to school, those kids going to school on college campuses, and just what they may face with their own budgetary burdens. I'm bringing in now the executive director of Jumpstart, a coalition promoting financial literacy among students. Laura Levine's here to give us some financial pointers in this season. So, Laura, I know with, in particular, financial reform, the availability of credit and credit cards is changing a bit. I remember when I started at school, you walked on campus the first day and it seemed that you were just handed pamphlet after pamphlet to get a credit card without really any work history or much to show for it.
Right, and that's changed now under the new credit card rules, so that students who are starting college between the ages of 18 and 21 can't get their own credit card unless they have an adult as a co-signer or unless they're able to demonstrate that they have independent financial means. And for a lot of college students who aren't working or only working part-time, that may eliminate their ability to get a credit card on their own. But I think what's important to remember about this, Margaret, is that at some point they will be eligible to get a credit card, and so it really is the right time to talk about how we're using credit, how students are using credit, and how they're budgeting and planning for their school expenses.
And we've been talking about how tough it is for particularly high school students, those people in a transition period, to get a job right now, right? We're looking at, what, 25% unemployment among teens. So if you're headed into school with less money in your pocket from that summer job, it's tougher for you to get one right now. You're more dependent on your parents who've already been burdened
Absolutely.
here. I mean, what are the marching orders other than stay out of the bar?
Yeah, I think students are learning to be more cautious, but I think that students who are sort of coming of age amid this recession are coming into this with that as a frame of reference. And so students are cautious, and I think they make wise decisions. I think that we're helping to raise their awareness about financial matters, certainly in school before they go off to college, so that they're better prepared to handle this when they get there. I think that students also are learning to be more creative in how they earn money. For example, as opposed to just going out and looking for a summer job, I think students are becoming very entrepreneurial, looking to earn money on their own by, mowing lawns or washing cars or other types of things, as services that they can provide to their friends and neighbors to earn some extra cash.
The tried and true ones. You point out, though, that only 4 states actually require a standalone course in personal finance in order to graduate from high school. Is there more of a movement to increase that instruction in the classroom?
Oh, absolutely. The 4 states that do have a requirement are fairly recent requirements, and additionally, there are another 18 states that do require some sort of personal finance instruction to be incorporated into schooling. So we are getting a lot more of the students, and we've seen a lot of this growth recently. I think what's going to happen is that we haven't even seen yet the effect of the recession. I think that that as a result of this economic period, we're going to see more schools turning toward financial education to get our kids better ready to manage their own money when they get out into the world.
Now, if we look at some of those younger kids who may already be back in the classroom, you've seen this story virtually everywhere about, the to-purchase list, including not only pens and pencils, but cleaning supplies and toilet paper and the like, because school budgets are being slashed. They're pushing the parents to make up for the difference there. How widespread is this trend?
Oh, I think it's very widespread, and frankly, I've not only read about it, I've experienced it. My son started kindergarten this week, and we got our very long list of supplies that did include things like cleaning supplies for the classroom. I think that what we're seeing, Margaret, is a couple of things with back-to-school spending. We are seeing that families are spending a little bit more this year than they had last year, and I think that is an indication of some confidence in the economy. But we're also hearing anecdotally from families that they're still cautious. They're still approaching back-to-school spending cautiously. And so I think, though, that when it comes to school supply lists, the one thing that parents have said is that they do want to spend on their kids, and so this is something where they're putting money.
We will see, Laura. Thank you. I know International Council of Shopping Centers says back to school is going to be the best since 2005, but Who knows until we see how all those receipts are tallied, what the stores tell us themselves.